Well, this is how I look when I do myself up. I'm going out. I'm confident. I'm happy. I'm excited. But I'm also absolutely terrified. Because I am. Because I'm terrified every single day. I'm frozen. I'm filled with a need to, I don't know, be a better person. Because I'm not good enough. I never feel I'm good enough. And mostly because I've never felt good enough. Not one day of my life. Not one day. Not one day there has been a day where I don't feel like I should be here. It's not all the time. Not every second of the day. Some parts of the day I feel a moment of happiness when I hug my children. I've got three boys. I'm divorced. My ex-husband lives with his girlfriend. And my boys are 7, 4, no, 5. So 7, 5, and not even 2. He turns 2 in November. And I don't think I've ever loved anything more in this world than my children. Because they are me. They're my life. They're my blood. I carried them. I felt them move inside me. And well, with Lucas I gave birth to him naturally. Though they almost couldn't get him out. 5 weeks early. Couldn't be with him for 2 weeks. He was in the hospital. Rory, my second. 4 weeks early. Hemorrhaged. Cesarean. But I saw him come out. Dean. 8 weeks early. Cesarean. But full general. He's the one I didn't see come out. I saw him for 30 seconds and he was taken to a different hospital. I was alone. For the first two, I had my husband, and yeah, okay, I wasn't alone, but you've got all these people around you, and you still feel like you're utterly alone. There's no one there, because no one really feels what you are feeling. And with Dean, I really was alone. Because I didn't have a husband. I didn't have anyone. I had my mother. I owe a lot to her. But I was just drugged up and left there. I never had that moment where you get to hold your baby and have them on your chest and feed them for the first time. I didn't get to feed any of my children for the first time. And I love my children more than anything in this world. But I can't fully love them. Because to be honest, I don't really know what love is. What is love? It's a feeling. Yeah. I get moments where my heart stops. I can't breathe. And as I hug them, I feel this feeling that I cannot describe. And I think that's what love is. Other moments I want to strangle them. I mean, who doesn't? Kids. 3 boys. Extremely strong-minded. Eldest has ADHD. Youngest has mild cerebral palsy. Middle one's just a shit. A gorgeous one, but he's a shit. And I blame myself for a lot of that. Because I have ADHD. Or, as the doctors call it, because I'm an adult ADD. I've also got borderline personality disorder, which is basically, because a lot of people don't know it, is bipolar on steroids. So people with bipolar are like up, down, up, down. Me. I'm up, down, 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 like a friggin' heartbeat on a monitor. So I'm happy and I'm dancing at a club, or I'm laughing with my friends, and one single thought goes through my head. And I don't want to be there. I don't want to be anywhere. I don't want to be alive. Just one thought. One moment. And then someone can say something. And all of a sudden, I'm fine again. I don't really know why I'm posting this. I guess because no one understands. No one's ever really understood. When I was young, the teachers said I was fine, even though I was friendless, bullied. I would cry myself to sleep. I'd read book after book after book after book, trying desperately to put myself inside that book. Because any place was better than where I was. I told my parents, and I love my parents. I know that they love me. And now, after a lot of stuff has happened, I can talk to them. But at the same time, I can't talk to them. Because nobody understands. I've been to... When I was... Okay, well, I'll start early on. I used to get migraines. Didn't know why. Went to the doctor. They just go, oh, here's some pills, take this. You'll be fine. Ended up, they were stress migraines. It was me having panic attacks. And my brain couldn't deal with it, so it gave me a migraine. Because it didn't want to function. I always ask myself, why? Why do people not like me? Why? What is it that I am doing that makes people hate me? I mean, I would imitate people, imitate how people acted, but I couldn't keep it up. And every time me came out, or one version of me, because there are many, people would just be like, oh, she's a freak. It's like, it's fucking annoying. I mean, get the fuck away from me. Like, oh, hey, can I play with you guys? No, fuck up. Go away. Why would we want to play with you? You're a freak. Be like, I don't understand. So I internalized. everything. What went in here? And I would play scenarios over and over and over and over and over again in my head, trying to figure out how I could have acted differently. What if I had done this? What if I had done that? What if I had done this? What if I had done that? And then I got angry. I have a little bit of an anger problem. I would see myself smashing them in the face because I had this ball of feeling, anger, resentment, fear, every emotion that you can possibly think of was this ball inside my chest. And I couldn't get rid of it. Anyway, I met a friend, first friend, 15 or 16, when I worked at Macca's. She's the only person I could be myself around. I think that's because I love her to death and she's an awesome person. But even she says there's something slightly special about her. Her eldest has autism. And I think that's why we melded. We fought. But instead of me feeling like I had to apologize for everything, everything was always my fault. I had to make everything better. Everything. The amount of times that I have said sorry for something that I really shouldn't and haven't needed to and should have stood up for myself and gone, no, it's your fault. You need to apologize to me. But how can you say that to someone when they don't care? With her, it was different. Yeah, and she's still my friend today. 35, 20 years of friendship. We don't see each other all the time. I find it hard to do that. I go through stages. I go through periods where I don't want to be alone. All I want is for people to be around me. And I want excitement and I want to do this and to do that. And adventure and fun and just wild. And then I have moments where I'm just like, I don't want anyone around me. Just, I crawl into my hole and I don't want to come out. Having kids, it's different. It's a little bit more difficult, just a little bit. Because you can't crawl into a fucking hole when you've got kids, especially if you're a single mum of 3 boys who are psychotic. I mean, seriously, how could they not be? They're mine. And I'm not going to talk about their father on here because it's not my place. I'd love to, but it's not going to happen. That's a whole another ball game. He's the one who needs to get help for that. All I'll say, only child. Of parents who taught him nothing. When we first moved out, he was taking his washing to his mother. I've been doing my own washing since I was 12. Probably younger, actually. I am the youngest of 3. My sister is 5 years older, and he's exactly like my dad. Straight up. It was like I had a second mother, but who was worse than my actual mother. My mum's not that bad. When I was young, she was. She was very strict. And she was very hands-off. She was strict about a lot of things, but she didn't involve herself. My brother, I got on great with my brother. He's 4 years older than me. We played games. We did all this shit together because, to be honest, I think I get on better with guys because black and white. That's what borderline thinking is. It's black and white. I was like, as my mother told me, I am as subtle as a brick wall. And it's true. I speak my mind. I say the truth, or how I see it. And people can't handle the truth. Well, they can't handle my truth anyway. If you come out dressed like you really shouldn't be dressed, I'd be like, what the hell are you wearing? I mean, seriously, dude, don't. Go get changed. I offend people. I'm a lot different now. I have a confidence in myself, because I don't care what people think. No, that's a lie. I do care what people think. What I care about in terms of what people think is I don't know, it's hard to describe. I think people that should think a certain way. And that's my borderline coming out full force. I think this way, so you should think this way. And I don't understand why people don't think that way. Is it rational? No, because everybody thinks differently. I'm grateful that I have a moral compass, that I do things for people, I do nice things for people, because it makes me happy. Making other people happy makes me happy. I'll spend my last $5 buying something for someone because I know it's going to make them happy. And then I go, ah, fuck, I don't have any money left. I actually needed that $5. Oh, fuck. But it used to be me trying to buy friendships. I was popular once I bought the Christmas chocolates round. Oh, I'll do this with you if you give me a chocolate. Oh, I'll do this with you if you give me a chocolate. Oh, blah, 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 blah. And you're just like, okay. Oh, wow. Oh my God, look at all these people. They're like, oh my God. Like, all these people are coming up and talking to me. And then you run out of chocolate. And then they're gone. And that's what life is. If you've got something that people want, then they're your best friend. They will come up to you and they will be, hey girl, how you going? Ah, you know what? I'm going here and oh God, my friend ditched me. Do you want to come? Yeah, sure. Then you get a call. Oh, my friend called me and she can come now, so we're going, sorry, you're not invited anymore. Story of my life. I can throw a fucking great party. I've always wanted to be an event planner. I've also wanted to be a nurse, a vet nurse. What else did I want to be? Oh fuck, who can't? I've wanted to be everything. Never been able to stick with anything. Because I learned something. And I learn it to the max. So I'll go into a workplace. Like Macca's, for example. I worked there 6 years. I learned every single thing in that place that I could learn. And I worked at 3 stores. I learned cafe, drive-through, stock, front of store, back of store. I didn't actually do it because I wasn't a manager, but I knew how to count the till, I knew how to do all the computer stuff. I knew everything. I did the book, did everything, but did I get promoted? No. You've got to act like a manager or a shift assistant before we promote you to one. Okay, well, I'll do that. No one's doing what I'm asking. Everybody hates me because I act like a shift manager and I'm not one. Get the conundrum? So I was turned into one of the hated people one of the most hated people, because I also worked in Brighton, and there are some little shits out there. They're entitled. They're too cool for school. And they look down on you. They don't want to be told what to do. They're just there to get fucking money. They don't work. They don't care. They just want the parties and the recognition and the free food, basically. They don't want to actually be told what to do. And yeah, they love the managers because they're the managers. Yeah, wow. And they're cool. But if you're transitioning and trying to become one of them, you're the one telling them what to do. And you're not the manager. And they don't care. And what happens is you get the shit. Why is this not done? Why is that not done? Why is this not done? Why is that not done? Why don't you fucking go look at that person who I've asked to do this thing 3 times or 4 times, and they're not doing it. I'm not friggin' Krishna with fucking 6 arms. It's like, I'm told, you're not gonna get promoted at this store because this store's going down the drain and it's absolute shit. Well, that's actually not my fault, because the managers are shit. The managers are the ones who... I have a complaint at the front desk. Oh, sorry, at the front counter. And I go into the offices, into the manager's office. And I go, I've got a complaint. I need you to come out. Oh, fuck. You gotta deal with it. You're the manager. They want to talk to you. No, you go deal with it. Okay. I'm not trained to deal with it. So I go out and I try and deal with it. And when I was 16, 17, 18, around that age, I couldn't deal with confrontation. I couldn't deal with people yelling at me. If I got angry, I cried. I wasn't, and have never been, someone who will let somebody get away with shit. So they'd be, oh, and I'd just be like, well, sorry, but that's what you asked for. That's what you got, and that's what you're getting. And or I just go, stuff it, and just give them something free or whatever they wanted. And then I get in the shit for something, and it's just like, well, you're the one who asked me to deal with it. One day I'd write a list of things, everything that needed to be done. And I was constantly, every single day, I came up against these little shits who fucking didn't want to do their job, just wanted to stand there. And I ended up doing most of the work. Was that seen? No. I had to manage. And what happened? I started having panic attacks. I'd wake up in the morning and I'd freeze. And I couldn't even put one foot out of bed. Because I knew that day would be the same day. And the next day would be the same day. And the next day would be the same day. And you know what? It wasn't just shit from them. It was shit from the managers. Because I would see the managers doing some things that they really shouldn't have been doing. And I call them up on it. Because that's the person I am. If you're doing something wrong, I go, no. Why are you doing that? That's wrong. You shouldn't be doing that. That's not ethical. That's not right. You shouldn't be doing that to somebody. That's not how you treat people. And they didn't like that. Because if they wanted to do the right ethical thing, sometimes takes effort. People don't like effort. People don't like doing things for other people. Example. And yes, I jump. I go from one thing to another thing to another thing to another thing. I can be telling you something about when I was 3 years old, and then all of a sudden I'm talking about when I was 25. It's confusing, but that's the way my brain works. It's not confusing for me, because I can remember everything that's happened. I have a very good memory. I have a pictorial memory. I remember things in pictures. So I can tell you that when I was 3 years old, I was sitting on my mother's lap. And we were sitting at the table. And there were all these other people there. And it was a brown table. And my friend, one of my friends, Ish, one of the people who was, I just hung around with because they didn't have any friends either. Blonde-eyed, blue hair, blue-eyed, blonde hair, slightly dyslexic, just a little bit, curls, wanted to kiss my mother on the lips, and I was so embarrassed, and I remember every detail. But you asked me what I did 5 hours ago, and I'll be like, what day is it? Because, especially after having kids, my memory is just, and especially with the medication as well. But, so, I mean, you don't want to fuck me over. You don't want to do something because I'll forgive you, but I won't forget it. And it depends whether, I don't think I'm really making much sense right now. It depends whether you're actually sorry and you keep up that behavior of being a good person and make up for that thing in my head, or whether I see behaviors not necessarily towards myself, but to other people. If I see that, then I go, you're not the person I want to be around. Because if you can do that to somebody else, what's stopping you from doing it to me? Really? Because I've had things happen to me. I have been locked in a cubicle of a toilet in the corner, surrounded by people on the outside screaming insults and laughing and teasing and herd mentality. Attack the weak one. And you know who the weak ones are? The weak ones are usually the ones with the good hearts. Because they don't want to attack people. They want to stand up for the people being attacked. And they don't go along with the herd. Now, in saying that, I'm not perfect. I've been a bitch before. Fuck. Who hasn't? I'm a chick. Oh my god, I think every single, feminist just turned in the grave just then. Fuck feminism. Who cares? Yes. Women get votes. Women can do this. Women can do that. Women can do this. Women can do that. Whatever. So, yeah. Yay for women. And I'm not knocking that. I'm not knocking the sacrifices that people went through to get it. But I don't like to label things. You gay? Who cares? I'm straight. Gays used to be persecuted. Okay, yeah, I understand that. But if you dwell on things, nothing's going to change. The only way to eradicate things is to eradicate the stigma of things. So, if I were gay, and I sat here going, it's not fair, gays have been persecuted, blah, 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 blah. Oh, look at me, I'm coming out. I'm gay. Look at me, everybody, I'm gay. Yay! Ah, that was such an accomplishment. I just look at it, I just go, I'm straight. You're gay. Doesn't change your personality. Okay. Just how we need to look at things. People go, here, Morgan Freeman. hats off to him. Fantastic actor. Awesome person. Great personality. Has created so much good art and is so talented. As a person, have I mentioned his colour? No. Does it matter? No. He was in an interview one time, and I remember this, and I'll always remember this. And he goes, in the interview, it's like, how do you feel being the first black actor to win this award? And Morgan Freeman's gone. It doesn't matter that I'm black. I'm an actor who has won an award for the talent that I portrayed. Now that's not 100% right, because I can't 100% remember what was said, but he basically said that. He said that to the reporter. He's like, it doesn't matter that I'm black. I've won this award because I'm a good actor. Until we stop focusing on I'm black, I'm gay, I'm bi, I'm fucking, I don't know, I'm a man, but I used to be a woman. I got something put on. Vice versa. And it doesn't matter. Who cares? You don't need to shout it out to the world. I don't get a little flag and walk down the street going, woo! I'm straight, yeah. I recently read an article about a man. Oh, was it? Yeah, no, it was a guy. And his son came up to him and he's like, Dad, I think it's time, and I want to tell you, I'm coming out of the closet. I'm straight. Because in his mind, he'd seen all these people coming out of the closet and going, I'm gay. That he thought that he needed to do that. That he needed to go to his parent, go to his father and go, I'm coming out of the closet, I'm straight. And his father just went, son, I love you, no matter what. Straight, gay, doesn't matter. You're still the same person. You will always be the same person. And I love you no matter what. When I have friends, I don't look at their colour. I don't look at their sexuality. I don't go, oh, I've got 5 gay friends. Or I've got 4 black friends. Doesn't matter. I go, I've got 8 friends. And I love them all. And I know that's going to offend somebody. Because everything offends everybody nowadays. Nobody's allowed an opinion without somebody being offended. If you don't like the opinion, don't listen to it. Don't comment, don't troll, Don't sit behind your fucking little computer screen and go, oh, you're a fucking whore. You're a bitch. You shouldn't be doing this. You shouldn't be doing that. You shouldn't be doing this. You shouldn't be saying that. You shouldn't be having a fucking opinion. That's horrible. Who cares? Why do you need to comment? I mean, you could have been... It's just... I just find it ridiculous. It's just like... If you don't like if you don't like what somebody's saying, turn it off. Move on. Go away. You know what gives people who hate and who preach hate power is fame, is attention, is people taking notice, taking offense, and promoting it. Jumping up and down and going, oh, look at this, look at that, look what she's done, look what he's done, look what all those people have done and said and blah, 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 blah. Then all of a sudden that person's a celebrity and everybody knows what they've said and everyone has an opinion. And it becomes this big, massive fucking thing. And it could be nothing. If it was just ignored. It'd be that one person. And maybe a group of people who think the same way. Which they're entitled to do. I might not agree with it. And yeah, it might be offensive. But if I look at that and go, I don't agree with that. I don't think that's very nice. Delete. Move on. If everyone did that, the world would be a much better place. Because seriously, the only reason that things are what's that word? Sensationalized and brought into the news is because of the amount of people who encourage it. So we're teaching our children and all the younger people, yeah, you have a say, but be careful what you say. Because you can't say this, you can't say that, you can't say this, you can't say that, you can't say this, you can't say that, and you can't say that. Oh, you can say this, oh, wait, no, you can't say that because that person, oh, they just got offended. Oh, whoop, no, you can't say that. There's this thing called free speech. Not everybody likes it. It's offensive to some people. I could turn around and go, I fucking hate KFC. I think it's shit. I don't like it. I can guarantee you there's going to be at least one person out there who gets offended. What are you talking about? KFC fucking awesome. You must be some fucking little bitch-ass troll. God, what are you? A fucking vegan? And then, there you go. Then they're insulting somebody else. They're insulting vegans now. When they're having a go at me for insulting KFC. And it just becomes this massive circle of hate and pointing fingers and opinions that just... No one's allowed an opinion. Because if you have an opinion, someone's always going to vilify you for it. I mean, I could even just say, I don't like that guys wear pink socks. I'm not saying I do, even though I think it does look a little bit weird. And that's only because I don't like pink. I don't wear pink. Doesn't go with me. Yeah, I'm a girl, but I don't like pink. So I don't think anybody should wear pink, really. Because I don't really like it on anyone. But what would be focused on is me saying, I don't like guys wearing pink socks. And what would somebody come out with that? Oh, you must hate gay people. Why? Because all gay guys wear pink socks? Not all gay guys wear pink socks. Not all gay guys dress in women's clothing. Not all gay guys put friggin' budgie smugglers on and feathers and glitter and dance around the streets. Some gay guys wear suits and ties and shoes and have no fucking sense of fashion. And they like fucking horror movies, and they like adventure movies, and they like everything. And they could be they could be your typical straight guy. They just like having sex with guys. We need to stop classifying people by who or what they are, and just love people and accept people for what's in here. What we need to be around the people that we love, who love us and accept us for who we are. And to be honest, we don't need an opinion on anybody else. I mean, yes, there are bad people out there. There's actually some extremely bad people out there. And for some reason, they do things that are horrific. I read today of a father who killed his pregnant wife and 2 children. That's not a good thing. That's my opinion. And yeah, that is something that needs to be told. But why did he do it? What was behind it? I'm not making excuses for him. What he's done is a terrible thing and he needs to be punished for it. And that's what the court of law is for. But what drove him to it? And I'm seriously, I'm not making excuses. There must be something that snapped inside of that man. Whether it was there his whole life and he just snapped. Or was it something that he felt he couldn't bring up, he couldn't get help for? Sorry, neck crack. Because people have an opinion. Mental health, oh, that's just a cop-out. If you think like that, keep your opinions to yourself. You don't know what it's like. You might make that comment and the next day your brother might kill himself, or sister, or mother, or father, or friend. And you will never even know what they have been suffering. Because it's not a broken leg. People can't go, oh crap, you broke your leg. Oh, you okay? Here, I'll go get food for you, or I'll come and visit you. I'll help you until it heals. Because it's the visible thing. It's a broken leg. But eventually the cast comes off. Do a bit of rehab. Usually you're all better. At the same time, that break is always there. Healed or not, it's always there. So if you fall on that spot again, you're more likely to break that bone again. But for everybody else, it's finished. The cast is off. You can walk again. Everything's fine. It's healed. It's fixed. There's nothing to complain about anymore. There's nothing to focus on anymore, so they don't need attention. Say it gets cold. Say every winter in the cold, that leg stiffens and gets sore. And people are just like, oh, you had a broken leg. It's fixed. Get over it. I mean, seriously. That happened like 2 years ago. Because they can't see it. That's what it's like with mental health. That's what it's like having depression, anxiety, panic attacks. Everything they like to label. Oh, I've got 88. Oh, what do you have? It's funny. When you go into hospital, I've been in a couple of hospitals. You go into hospital and you're like, hey, so what do you have? Oh, well, I've got borderline and anxiety, depression,